Hi everybody, Scott Spradling here on behalf of the World Affairs Council of New Hampshire. We're talking about the International Visitors Leadership Program and specifically the home hospitality component of that program. And I'm joined by Howard Brodsky of CCA Global Partners. And Howard, thank you so much for opening up your home, if you will, to talking about this. And you've done so yourself in a professional manner, in a personal manner. You've brought these international visitors into your home. Why have you done it?
Well, first of all, I think Joan and I look at it as an incredible opportunity. You know, when you look at the world today and all the conflict that exists, and the climate problems, and war, inflation, and inequality, one of the keys is people not understanding each other. If people just spend time with each other to understand the different views, and I think one of the opportunities that these dinners and events happen is that you would meet people and understand cultures that would never be possible. Joan and I have looked at this as just an incredible opportunity. I mean, in some ways you would think you'd have to go somewhere else to have that opportunity to happen, but in reality it happens right in your own home. And we have just found it incredibly rewarding, enriching, and just enlightens our life.
I love that. Howard, what would you say to someone who might be watching this video and would say, wow, I would love to host. I would love to be a part of this conversation. I'm fascinated by being able to connect with internationals, but I don't want to create an international incident, so I might be a little nervous. Well, what would you say to folks that might be willing to open their homes?
Well, first of all, I think the World Affairs Council does an incredible job of making it easy. They make the arrangements with getting transportation of the people to your home. And what we have found is that even though my wife, Joan, is an incredible cook, but they're not coming for the food. They're coming to share the evening with you. They're coming to share the time with you and to share conversation about their culture and understanding more about our culture. And it really is just, when the evening is over, it's like you just wish there were more time in the evening, that there was more hours, because you leave being so much enriched person than when you started.
I love that. Do you have any stories or famous reflections, favorite reflections from your interactions with these folks?
Well, one of the early ones, and we've been fortunate, we have hosted people from the previous Soviet Union, we've hosted people from South America, we've hosted people from Israel, and one of the early ones we did was a group of entrepreneurs from both Palestine and Israel, which is an interesting combination, Scott.
No doubt.
And it was a fascinating conversation with them. They were just, with their interest about their own conflict in their own countries, and we learned so much about both Palestine and Israel. And I would say I'm Jewish, but I learned a lot that I never understood, and it made me a better person, Joan a better person. But after the evening, we became so close with all these wonderful people. July 4th was coming up, and we got their email, and in like 3 days, and we connected back with them like a day later, 2 days later, and said, why don't we meet up in Boston? We happen to have a place we could go to for seeing July 4th fireworks. And all of them, and there were like 8 of them, came with us to Boston and shared July 4th fireworks in Boston, which is, what better event. And now, Joan and I are tentatively planning a trip to Israel, and we're going to see some of our previous friends there. And that is something that you can't buy that experience.
Howard Brodsky, thank you so much for opening your home and your hearts, and for you and Joan to be a part of this home hospitality program. Thank you so much.
It's just an opportunity for anybody that nobody should miss.